Ace High happened this past weekend, and it was the first large tournament from Indonesia, a region that many overseas viewers will quite literally be foreign to. But Ace High brought out all the stops for this good first impression from Indonesia, including a massive prize pool, personal welcomes from the organizers, and even instructions on how to play Sweet, their traditional Indonesian version of rock, paper, scissors. Many people from across the world came to visit Indonesia for this tournament, from places like Japan and NA, but also much more underrepresented regions like Australia, South Korea, and of course, Indonesia itself. This is why, like I do for my European Smash videos, I'll be spending some time talking about who all of the players we go over actually are, to familiarize you viewers at home with some of the players and regions you may not be familiar with. These videos I do on lesser known regions and players are actually my favorite type to make, and to that effect I actually received an email from the TOs, because they heard I was making this video, and they thanked me for making it, providing me with this picture of the wonderful staff members of the event, as well as a pop-off video that I will be using later on. Stay tuned for it. Not gonna lie, this is the most flattering thing I've ever gotten in my time making these videos, so shoutouts to all the staff members of Ace High, and Indonesia as a region in general. This video will go out to you guys. Before we begin, just a reminder that if you want to support me monetarily, the links to both my Patreon and YouTube membership page are in the description below, and subscriptions to both start at just 99 cents per month. Alright, let's get started. First, like always, we're going to start off by talking about Losers 8ths, those sets being Yanbu versus Jarong, and Terrarian versus Fried Rice. Yes, that was an inkling that just popped up on your screen, and since I suspect that's piqued your interest, let's start with Yanbu versus Jarong. Jarong, the Inkling player in question, is from Wjeongbu-si in South Korea, just north of Seoul, and is a player as well as a TO in South Korea, being one of the most well-known people within South Korean Smash from an organizational standpoint, while also consistently top-8ing locals with over 30 entrants regularly. But Ace High marks Jarong's first really good placement at a tournament with over 100 entrants. Jarong came into the event as the 13th seed, starting off the weekend by winning their first 2 pool sets before going up against and losing to Eldon in their final pool set. Eldon is someone we'll be talking about later, but for Jarong, this meant that they started top 24 in losers' side. But Jarong was able to make a great losers run, winning against Saber in a 3-0 and Raylu in a 3-1, meaning that Jarong only had one more set to win to make it into top 8, a match against Xeon, a visiting American Falco player and the 6th seed of the tournament.
He's just going with it. Oh, okay, he grabs again. What is he gonna do? What's the choice now? Back here? Oh, this is it.
Oh my god!
In the end, Jarong would defeat Xeon 3-0, moving on into the top 8 against Yanbu. Yanbu, on the other hand, is a Japanese Joker player from Yokohama, just south of Tokyo. While Yanbu has done relatively well at larger locals and regionals, just like Jarong, Ace High marks Yanbu's first great placement at a tournament with over 100 entrants. Yanbu came into Ace High as the 11th seed, starting off the weekend by making it out of pools on winner's side, only dropping one game to take one, and notably defeating Big Titar fan 600 fan 600, the 6th seed of the tournament, 3-0 to make it out of pools. Yanbu would now enter winners quarterfinals, the top 8 winner side qualifier, where Yanbu would have to go up against Seb Pro 101, a player from the Australian province of Victoria.
You can see it in the way that he's playing. He's not throwing out too many projectiles, not throwing out Jaru too often. Just wanting to know that he can either come in, get the grab,
That might be
get
it,
the
and it's gonna be-
oh, the delay, but it doesn't matter.
Delay.
The up air is there.
After a close game 5, Yanbu would lose the set to Seb Pro, dropping down into losers. From here, Yanbu won another close game 5 set against Tanark, a South Korean player from Seoul. That meant that Yanbu made top 8 losers side and had to go up against Jarong in losers 8ths.
Like them a lot.
Yeah. I mean, a character that a lot of people aren't committing to is Inkling, man. Jarong. I don't know how he's sticking around with this character for so long. Just on stage as well, able to get the roller into the up smash. The Inkling classic. I mean, going for the down throw down smash is quite.
Yeah, I'm telling you. This guy is waiting for you to DI in on the. Oh lord, please.
With the bomb?
Oh lord, please take the wheel. Oh my lord, where is this gonna go? Oh my god.
Okay, but the back air is, yeah, where the back
Great
air of
spot
Inkling is not
for
strong enough, the back air of Joker will be there.
And as we've just seen, like if Joker just keeps on like using gun and just keeps Jarong on everything, so I don't know. This is where you really know that this guy knows his character. Oh, he uses jump though. Ooh.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
What the fair? Upward angle. Oh, he misses the drag down, but connects it to a dash attack.
Yeah, alright, maybe up tilt is going to take it.
How? By grabbing, but is grab good? You think so?
I'll tell you one thing that's always.
Thankfully, Jarong has taken the first stop. However, the pressure is still on. He goes down to the delta! It works.
Wow.
Yeah, I did. I mean, Yanbu only got a gun. You know, that's the only thing in his arsenal other than like a dagger. So you gotta do something with this guy who has this. Did we? Really like do something with this Arsene, because the Arsene is really gonna like. Because the thing about Arsene and like any gauge system is the fact
that it's so hard right now. Just gotta keep it in clutch.
No, that's
a no, just in time. Oh, okay, wow, no trick.
In the end, Yanbu won the set into Game 5, with this set marking back-to-back Game 5s with South Korean players. Yanbu got to move on into bracket, while Jarong was eliminated at 7th. Pivoting over to the other side of Losers 8ths, we have Fried Rice versus Terrarian, which, based on the fact that his name is based off of Terraria, may actually be pronounced Terrarian, but the commentator said Terrarian, and I think that sounds better, so I'm going with it. Hey, at least I know how to spell it correctly, right? Terrarian is a Pac-Man main from Singapore, and is one of the best players in Southeast Asia. Terrarian's notable past placements include 3rd at Smash G at C Major 2019, 1st at Smash G at Asia's Esports Festival 2022, and 9th at Super Salty Sweet. Terrarian came into the event as the 9th seed, starting off the weekend by making it through pools, only dropping one game and starting off in winner's side. Now in winner's quarters, Terrarian went up against and unfortunately lost to Neo in a 3-0, a really rough pool to get for your round 1 out of pools. From here, Terrarian won 3-0 over Slash in order to make top 8, loser's side. Terrarian's opponent would be Fried Rice, a Japanese Pikachu main who lives and mostly competes in Australia. Fried Rice was ranked 9th by Orion Rank in Oceania, a graphical region that consists of Australasia, Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia. Another player we've mentioned before but we'll cover later, SebPro101, was also on this ranking, being ranked 6th in Oceania. Fried Rice's most notable placements include placements at Battle Arena Melbourne series of tournaments, where Fried Rice barely missed out on top 8 4 times now. Fried Rice came to the event as the 13th seed, starting off the weekend by making it to the pool's winner's side without dropping a game, defeating Therapist, Jess, and notably Tanark, all without losing a game, to make it to top 32. Here, though, in winner's quarters, Fried Rice had to go up against Eldon, someone we are definitely going to cover later.
Platform, get off the platform. Okay. Okay, forward throw. It's not going to kill you at this point, but it puts you in a bad position. Oh.
Unfortunately for Fried Rice, they would lose to Eldon in a 3-1, dropping down into losers, where they defeated Big T-Tar Fan 600 in a 3-1, who was the 8th seed of the tournament. By the way, Big T-Tar Fan 600 is not the same person as Big T-Tar Fan 600, who we mentioned earlier. Two totally different people who were actually only one game away from fighting each other, which is the biggest tragedy I've ever seen. Either way, Fried Rice was now in top 8 losers side, where they had to go up against and face Terrarian.
I mean, I'm excited to see what kind of shenanigans Fried's going to be able to pull against opponent.
What separates Terrarian from other Pac-Mans, or more like something that I think Terrarian does more
to jump out in a lot of these situations, so just sitting there waiting, and then when he thinks he's going to come out of his shield, he's going in with that forward there.
He knows Terrarian
and too late.
I'm just gonna say.
It happens to the best of us, man. We forget how to spell it so often, up, down, under, but. I mean,
Shakespeare crying out here.
Oh no, with the F smash already? No, okay, cool.
Giving him back to favor. Giving back to favor. Oh my god.
What, does he? With the spike?
Oh,
on the trampoline. No. He knew it. He's dead. Oh my god.
I'm looking forward to it. Let's see how he cooks his meal. You know, with the electricity. Oh my lord, that was scary. I always forget that against Pac-Man, if you know the Pac-Man is gonna use that B for sure, you should go out there and cancel. You should always hit the thing. It's right.
What a time to see the Pac-Man not recover from that deep. And I mean, Fried playing it perfectly, but not right there. We're gonna get held back air. I fell in hand.
I just realized that both of these characters have a frame 3 aerial.
But they need it though. Oh, okay, no. Fried.
They need it. Oh, you're one of those. Oh lord. For God save Arthur.
Up here, but
Lord save Arthur.
Okay.
I mean,
down,
even a down not a kill. So
hold on. 2, 3. No. The back air. There it is. Okay, Terrarian with the reversal.
In the end, Fried Rice would lose to Terrarian 3-1, allowing Terrarian to move on in bracket and eliminating Fried Rice at 7th place. Now we're going to be moving up into winter semifinals to take a look at those sets. Those sets being Neo versus Eldon and Hurt versus SebPro101. Let's go ahead and start with Neo versus Eldon. Neo is a player you all likely recognize, being the premier Corrin main in Japan and the best Corrin main in the world. Notably for my channel, Neo has gotten 9th at Mayasuma Top 11 and 5th at Mayasuma Top 12, both tournaments that I covered here on the channel. Neo came into the event as the first seed, starting off the weekend by sweeping pools without dropping a game, defeating both Lair and Oyasumi to make it out of pools winner's side. Here, Neo defeated Terrarian, as we discussed earlier, in a 3-0 to make it to the top 8 winner's side, to face off against Eldon. Eldon is an interesting case, as they're American, number 5 in South Carolina, I believe. But importantly, Eldon is also number 1 in Thailand, as that's where they currently are staying and competing. This makes Eldon a very notable national competitor, joining the small but skilled ranks of notable worldwide Rosalina players. Eldon has notable placements at majors like 49th at Genesis 6, 33rd at MomoCon 2019, and 65th at CEO 2019, as well as placements at smaller tournaments like 17th at Clash of the Carolinas 3 and 2GG Grand Tour South Carolina. Eldon came into the event as the 4th seed, starting off the weekend by making it through pool's winner's side, only dropping one game to Zenonai and beating Jarong 3-0 like we discussed in Jarong's segment. Eldon then went up into winner's quarters, where they defeated Fried Rice like we discussed earlier, before going up in winner's semifinals versus Neo.
As well, it will start to get a little more scary.
Oh no!
Where is the most scary thing in the world?
He's gonna be ledge trapped by now. Just he's so good at covering so many options. Just with a forward smash. Oh, that's like I said. Oh my! In a ledge trap scenario against a Corrin player, it's just so scary. It finds a spike and oh yeah.
Wow.
Okay, just a late.
Give it to him just yet. We're still fighting this one out. We have Luma. We're setting it up in front of the counter.
Oh, okay.
Who are you?
I think he expected a little bit of a preemptive up smash there from Eldon, but now it's gonna find the call out. Oh, gonna find that call out. He needs to do something somewhat soon. He just cannot play it too safe when you're stock down. And oh, he does try and go all the way down, but Nail reversing it with the neutral B.
That is the worst thing you want to see right now, man. I mean, they're living like an excessive amount of hits from Eldon, especially in that back air with the Luma not killing and then tying yourself to the neutral B. Finally get
yeah, because Nail just loves going for the pin so often, and why not? It's so good, and the tipper especially gonna take it 3.
In the end, Eldon would lose 3-0 to Neo, dropping down into losers quarterfinals to face off against Yanbu. But for now, let's go over to our other winners semifinal set, Hurt versus SebPro 101. Hurt is another player that most of you also likely recognize before, being a Japanese snake main from Kagoshima, just south of both Kumamoto and Nagasaki. Hurt's past placements include 13th at Kagadibi 10, which I covered in this video here when I went over DeBuzz's run, as well as 1st at Kowloon number 6 and 3rd at Tamazuma Kyokan number 3, which I covered in this video here on Tsubaki, the winner of that tournament. Hurt came into the event as the 2nd seed, starting off the weekend by making it through pools without dropping a game, going up in top 24 winners quarters against Xeon.
He's at 175. Falco definitely does struggle to kill in these situations here. Rack up percent so much, but no! Down there. It's not gonna quite kill, but then Nikita's out. No, Nikita's out! Oh no!
Hurt would defeat Xeon 3-0, going up into winners semifinals against SebPro 101. SebPro is a player I've mentioned a few times already, being from Victoria, Australia, and being ranked 6th in Oceania by Orion Rank. SebPro's prior placements include 5th at Battle Arena Melbourne 12, 7th at Phantom 2022, as well as Phantom 2020, and 7th at Battle Arena Melbourne 13. SebPro came into the event as the 3rd seed, starting off the weekend by making it out of pool's winner's side without dropping a game, going into winner's quarters, where SebPro defeated Yanbu like we highlighted earlier on in the video. It was here that SebPro went up against Hurt in winners semifinals.
Jarong was seated like 20th or something, and oh, we're getting right into the match here. Okay,
yeah.
SebPro versus...
Hurt's throwing out at the moment. I mean, seeing the air dodge through the nair, also like avoiding getting hit by not bad.
No.
Okay, well, never mind. I'm gonna play in his last set, and he's doing it again now. Didn't even have to wait for an air dodge because Hurt pulled the grenade and was waiting to get hit, but he got hit with a big move, so it didn't even matter if you traded there. You're still gonna have your stock taken.
Oh, nice air dodge and nice confirm. Yeah, Hurt just evening things right back up. This is the high level of play we're now witnessing just from the Australian side of things, and just Hurt, just one of the most biggest up-and-comers of Japan, finding a nice little C4 confirmed off of that forward already at 47%, and the back air, the patience, with a bit of a lead, but just overwhelming right now with Hurt, throwing a gyro at him, and oh, that laser's gonna miss, that's gonna be tragic for him, and the air dodge is gonna be burned, oh, the avoiding, oh! Okay,
this Nikita is putting in a lot of work right now. I feel like there's not a lot that Seb can do besides, maybe the nair to get it on the way in. Seeing that the laser doesn't interact with it, that's scary. Like, anytime Hurt is able to send Seb off stage, you can kind of just pull him with the Nikita.
Right now, and oh, he's gonna parry, into the up tilt. Luckily, Rod's nair is just too damn good, and he landed too low for him to get punished there. They're still on the left side scenario though.
We're already
And,
stealing and Veal goals you with that back there, and it doesn't matter. Heading towards him now. Let's see if we can get any kind of read off of the down throw, but no, Seb opting for the get-up attack, and then Nikita again, man. That's
Sepro does not want to go back to Australia without a notable win, but Bert might.
if one character's gonna do the robbery, man, the rob's gonna happen with
Oh,
the
God.
back end one. Yeah, the parries are coming out. That's the thing. Yeah, you gotta space with your nares. You gotta time with your nares. Get the hit. Okay, it's not over. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, roll in.
Oh, it's just unfortunate. No, that's it. That's it.
No, there it is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Sepro, he would lose 3-1 to her, dropping down into losers quarters to fight Terrarian. Now we get to our losers quarter sets, those being Sepro versus Terrarian and Eldon versus Yanbu. Since we were just talking about them, let's watch Terrarian versus Sepro first.
Let's get into this next game.
Absolutely. If this ain't a button check, which it is not, because we are swinging at each other.
The up airs are coming. There ain't no punch check.
Playing after these two, right? But Sepro, we were able to get a good number of hits here and there, but I feel like the aggression that Terrarian goes out there. You gotta play this one carefully. Get the up air. Oh, you got it. You got the wrong way. Absolutely. Okay, did we go push the fire and water and know the gyro is there now? Oh, that was a good setup actually. I like it the side view there, but yeah, it's a little too early. Oh,
Good there. Oh, he went for it all. At that point, I think that would have been it. There's no recovering from that. Oh, there. Oh, that was straight down. Similar to how Samus can use Heather through the Hydra and very straight. Oh, but no, I don't like this guy.
In the end, Sempro would defeat Terrarian 3-0, being able to move on in bracket and eliminating Terrarian at 5th place. Now let's move on to our other losers quarter set, that being Eldon versus Yanbu.
You're gonna hope these gentlemen have done their VOD reviews because there'll be plenty of them out there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look good for Rosa.
Which is an incredibly strong tool that can be used against recoveries like Cloud and Strut, but the up smash works.
You're gonna have to find something else. Loomer is gone.
Be a forward throw and a little bit of gun to put pressure and probably.
Oh no!
Movement.
Yeah.
Actually, for Rosalina and Luma, the danger zone is a lot bigger for Joker. Oh, there's the counter coming in. Good stuff.
Yep.
And gets the gun, but doesn't lead anything from it.
Oh my god! Oh. I'm feeling that as well. It doesn't matter whether Joker has Arsene or not. That back has control.
And
there
there
we
it is.
see him take it up, and there it is, and it takes the stock. I mean, yeah, Joker back.
Okay, good stuff on Eldon coming back aggressively with that because last time when you did the roll the neutral get up, he got back aired and lost game 1 for that. So,
Man,
good forward
200%.
throw.
I don't like how this is going right now. I feel like Yanbu's doing a really good job of surviving, and Eldon's having a really hard time finding this kill move right now.
Yeah, he's using Joker's movement and Joker's ability. Oh my gosh, to just pressure, and this is gonna kill. But that was a lot of RC.
Good percent, but yeah, it's going straight back at you now. You had a great read, but you pulled the trigger too soon.
But he's able to. Oh no, he went back off stage, and let's throw back air with Arsene.
In the end, Yanbu would defeat Eldon in a 3-0, allowing Yanbu to move on in bracket and eliminating Eldon at 5th place. Today we'll be covering losers semis before we cover winners finals. So without further ado, let's take a look at Yanbu versus Sebpro, the runback from winners quarterfinals.
Seated a lot lower than Sepro, a Japanese semi. And I just threw the up B. Nicely done by Sepro. Oh, the jump's gonna come. Ooh, never mind. Oh, he's stuck in the loader. Yeah. Oh, okay. The counter's gonna get snuffed out by forward air.
Oh,
yeah, definitely. Sepro was just covering that area that Yanbu needed to go. He had no jump, so he had no other option than to use the gun movement to get back on the ledge there. But oh man, the ledge jump into the giant. And that side B off. Oh, tries to follow. Oh, is that up fast? Oh,
good stuff.
playing it safe as possible, but now Yanbu's got the Arsene. You have to play super safe, but that parry is gonna be the end of it.
And okay, down tilt. Okay, we in there. Oh, that was good. That was really, really good of him to recover that. Not
Get back here. Action. Gonna push back here on his own. He's so close to Arsene right now. Just needs a couple more hits. Or maybe a counter. Oh, wait. Champ! He on that end. Oh, nice air dodge by Sepro. Finding a late hit of back air. Not gonna do too much. Let's go for a down air. Not gonna be able to get too much off of it. Nair into up air.
Gonna do anything with it. So this, you need.
Ooh.
No, he's gonna survive. I lied.
Nah. On deck. It's gonna be hard for Sepro to come back from this. All he needs is a back air or a Nair one in order to take this, but the up smash is gonna get rid of that. The Arsene now getting hit by another forward air. Arsene lets Joker is not gonna kill that.
Okay, good get up attack.
Oh, the parry.
But he was the wrong way. That's
Scared one into the up there. Perfect combo for that situation here, but still, Yanbu doesn't have too much of a lead anymore. Oh my god. Yeah, I thought we could go for an up smash there, but unfortunately not hitting that this rotor arm will. The recovery is definitely a lot easier to exploit, but finding the gyro, not gonna find anything off of it, goes to the down air again. Finally, the jump is dominating right now.
Comes in with the neutral air again, and he only has a little bit left of Arsene. He needs to make
Oh, he
something
won't
happen
have
now.
the
And with the down smash.
Yeah.
In the end, just like their first set, SebPro would defeat Yanbu in another Game 5 set, with this video graciously provided to me by the Ace High TO showing the pop-off from the crowd upon seeing SebPro's victory. This victory allowed SebPro 101 to move on into losers finals and eliminated Yanbu at 4th place. Who would SebPro have to face? Well, for that, let's take a look at Neo versus Hurt in winners finals.
Oh, okay.
Did start. We in there, sorry guys. But it says loser semi, so that's wrong. But I mean, this is obviously the correct one. So we've got Hurt and Neo coming up. This is actually winners finals.
Oh, yeah, they got that wrong. But oh my god, Neo going off to a great start already with the neutral B. Almost putting him in kill range, and there it is with that back. It's definitely not the worst, but Neo is making it look horrible right now. Oh, man. Okay. So that might be another reason why Hurt is opting for this pick here, but right now, Neo looks like he's in a complete lead right now. He's already at 92%, and finding that injury, not going to hit the second hit though. Unfortunate trade for Neo. Doesn't call it a jump with the forward air, and that's not going to do it, and
But puts him right back into the air. There's 90% up to 100. And one more hit.
Ooh.
Could shield break.
He's stuck. Yeah, is he gonna get out? No. Damn.
Yep. He seems to have at least somewhat of an answer for what to do now, as before where he was just kind of
Wow.
sandbag.
Pass that airlock. Yeah, absolutely. But Hurt again, just with a stock deficit right now. Nail just looking so comfortable at the moment, but Hurt not necessarily doing horrible in the game. But that Nikita's gonna take it.
And forcing him into a corner rather than him choosing to be in a corner.
Exactly. This Hurt is just such a top level caliber player. But oh my god, that was almost dead. Damn, he was a little bit high percent of Nail had rage, but geez, yeah, just Hurt, just the winner of Bulan, and just my god, and the neutral beat. That's gonna be it.
That's it.
That's how you do Hurt.
In the end, Neo would defeat Hurt in a dominant 3-0, moving on into Grand Finals winners side and sending Hurt down to fight SebPro 101 in losers finals, a run back from winners semis.
Oh, damn, I would love to talk about this. Alright, let's go. Alright, well, over in the...
You need them, man. Especially against someone like Seb, playing a character like Rob, you're not always going to get these interactions. So every interaction you have, you got to make it count.
Exactly, and just like being able to keep track of your grenades too. Like if you see a grenade to your left, and you can do it.
I mean, to continue to throw out Cypher, but no, Hurt making it back to the stage, but...
Damn, yeah, on top.
SD, no, we're back.
Oh yeah, perfect. That infinite recovery that Snake has is just so hard to do at times, but Hurt obviously is a master of the character, playing it just non-stop forever. So, you know, he's practically one with Snake. He feels what he feels, but that doesn't know where he is at this point. His head's a little dizzy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even see part of that.
I'm not giving him a chance at it.
Yeah, just the airtight seal that Hurt has on the ledge, it's too much for Sebro to tear through. Absolutely insane amount of pressure, but he's going to find that up smash though, which is going to make it. Sebro has been doing so well to be able to make it back from this, and oh no, that's so unfortunate that the grenade managed to detonate. Oh no! Oh my god, you go so high! Oh, no, where did that? Right now, Sebro is looking like he's in his zone right now. Tries to find a back air there. Not going to be able to find it though. Running down tilt on the ledge. So much pressure, and wow, that back smash connects! One stock to one stock now. It is, and especially if you hit in there.
No, we got the Jaro in hand. Really good on Jaro right now. And he ducks into this the up there. Yeah, that'll do it.
Hurt would end up defeating Sebpro 1-1 in a 3-1, the same score as winner semis, moving back up into grand finals to face Neo once again. And dear viewers, this set would prove to be a banger, so strap in.
To be smashed,
Oh, there we go. Alright, we are getting into grand finals. Finally, Buzz Esports Neo, the red-haired menace, versus Hurt. It's any sort of kill, but ooh, wow, nice spot dodge there by Hurt. Controlling the space with his P4 to the left of the platform here. Slowly, oh no! Picks up the hot potato, and that during these and finding in there, this is going to be a fair bit of damage for Neo, and the movement, he just playing around the platform so well. The footstool. Oh no, I'm sure he wanted to do maybe a force smash there, but fortunately for Hurt, the grenade takes no too good, but the C4! Okay, man. And forward and definitely could get a kill confirmed, but oh my god, Hurt goes for it again. Unfortunately not finding it either time, but was going for it. He's gonna get punished. But now again, let's that scenario. Tries to keep calling out jump, but not gonna find it. Nail off stage here. So many explosions going off on the ledge, and up tilt. That's dead! Oh. Yeah. Yeah, oh no, just having it! Oh,
where we're lining it up, and now it's perfect line of
he's in a situation again. Is he going to be able to come out? He does! Oh no, he's skilled, and he rolls away. Perfectly played by Hurt there. Not going to fall for it a second time. Wow! That's going to kill! Oh! Area trying to find something to whip punish, but Hurt's playing it so safely. There's no real laggy moves that Saint's been able to throw out yet that can get punished from there. Right now, he definitely needs to start approaching, finding maybe a that's a firework! A pilot of this character, and man, at 134, he could realistically die to anything here, dash dash anything. But Nail, he needs a landing forward air, he needs a down tilt into up air, he needs a lot of things, but it's definitely possible to find. Finding a weak back there, he's gonna throw out the Nikita. This is gonna hit, yes it is! Oh my god.
In the end, Hurt defeated Neo in a 3-1 grands, and then 3-0'd Neo in the reset, becoming your champion of Ace High. Neo had seemed so dominant in this tournament, making it all the way to grand finals without dropping a single game, but once grand finals started, Neo was only able to take one game during both sets. The adaptation that we saw from Hurt in such a short time was truly phenomenal, and the spectacle was a very fitting way to end Indonesia's first large tournament. That's going to be it for today's video. Before I go, shout out to my patrons Seth Lasser and FireSkull333, as well as my YouTube members Storm Choiper, Loco Soko, and Mattoon. Just a reminder that if you want to support me monetarily using either of these methods, links are in the description below. If you didn't know, as a part of my new schedule, I won't be uploading proper videos over the weekend. However, I will be uploading a short on Saturday and Sunday, both here, on my Twitter, on my Instagram, and on my TikTok, the links to all of which you can find below. The shorts will cover some things that I missed over the course of this weekend, like some big upsets outside of the top 8 of some of these tourneys, as well as a brief recap of a tourney that I wanted to cover but couldn't. Additionally, I will be streaming on Saturday and Sunday right here on this channel. On Saturday, I'll probably be playing the new FNAF Security Breach DLC, and on Sunday, I want to do a Smash Factor X watch party, but it's probably looking like I won't be able to, so if I cannot, I will play either more variety or Smash Bros with viewers. Be sure to join my Discord to be alerted when I go live. With that out of the way, until tomorrow, I've been Mr. Mice, and thank you all so much for watching.